SwayamPrabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello and welcome you all to the NPTEL online certification course on automation in manufacturing. Myself Shri Krishna N. Joshi. I am working as an associate professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, IIT Guwahati. Well, my friends, the manufacturing industry is contributing a major share in the GDP of our country. So, therefore, it is essential for us to apply automated systems which are improving the productivity of manufacturing industry. So, in view of this, a course on automation in manufacturing has been designed. The primary focus of this course is on the design and development of automated systems which are required in the manufacturing industry. Initially, the course is introducing various automated systems which are used in the manufacturing industry, and then we will be studying the building blocks of a typical automated system. The course is also presenting a study on the principle of operation and constructional details of sensors, transducers, actuators, drives and various mechanisms which are used in a typical automated system. Moreover, a detailed analysis and presentation of hydraulic and pneumatic systems which are used in automated systems are discussed. It also covers up microprocessing technology, programming and CNC technology. Well, let us look at the course objectives. The primary objective of this course is to study the principle of automation and various equipment and systems that are used in the industry. In addition to that, we will be studying the fundamentals of mechatronic system and we will learn how to apply them in practice to develop automated systems. By applying the principle of mechatronics, it is envisaged that we will develop innovative and useful automated equipment, products and systems which are required in the manufacturing and in the society. The course outline is shown on your screen. The course has 12 modules. In the module 1, we will be studying the importance of automation in the manufacturing industry. We will study the meaning of mechatronics. In the module 2, we will study the building blocks of a typical automated system which is based on a mechatronics based system, the working principle, and we will look at some of the examples related to automated systems. In module 3, the fabrication details or selection of various components of automated systems will be discussed. How to specify various sensor elements or the constructional elements will be studied. In the next module, that is module 4, we will be studying various sensors which are used in an automated system, their construction and principle of operation will be discussed. In module 5, we will be studying the microprocessor technology that is used in the automated system. So, various details related to signal conditioning, data acquisition will be studied. In module 6, the drives which are used in a typical automated system will be studied. Initially, we will be studying the electrical drives their selection criteria and construction will be studied at a primary level. However, the detailed analysis of electrical drives is out of scope of this course. In the next module, the ball screws, linear motion bearings, cams and systems, basically the mechanical systems will be studied. In the 8th module, electronic cams, indexing mechanisms, tool magazines and transfer systems will be studied. Thereafter, we will be having two modules on hydraulic systems, the meaning of power pack, various types of pumps and valves will be learned. In addition to this, we will also be looking at the designing of a typical hydraulic circuit. In the next module, that is module 11, we will be having a discussion on pneumatic system, its configurations, various compressors, valves and distribution and conditioning of the air that will be studied. In the last module, we will be having a discussion on the CNC technology, its basic elements and the programming, the basics of the programming of CNC machine tools. Well, with this introduction to the course, let us begin the lecture 1 of this course. In this lecture 1, we will be studying the basic concepts related to automation in manufacturing. Initially, we will be studying the definition of automation in manufacturing, then various elements of a typical production system, that is facilities and manufacturing support system. What is the meaning of facilities and what are the various manufacturing support systems that are essential for a production system will be studied. Then we will look at various manufacturing systems which are used in present day manufacturing system. These are manual work system, worker machine system and third one is automated system. So, this differentiation will help us to know how the automated systems are essential and how they are important in comparison with manual work system and worker machine system. Then we will be studying an important concept, that is a product life cycle and the importance of automation in the product life cycle. Let us begin the content of this course. The name of the course, as you know, it is automation in manufacturing. So, it is essential for us to understand the meaning of these two words, that is automation and manufacturing. The word manufacturing has a Latin origin and it has been derived by using two words, that is manus in Latin and factus in Latin. So, what is the meaning of manus? Manus means by hands in English, and factus is nothing but make or do. So, the manus, that is hands, whatever you do by hands and makes certain things, that is nothing but manufacturing. You create, you fabricate, you developed by using hands, that is nothing but manufacturing. That was the meaning and it has the origin Latin. Well, as far as the automation is concerned, the automation word has the origin from Greek. So, the basic word is automatos and the meaning of the word automatos in English is nothing but acting by itself. So, it is very simple, acting by itself. So, the system which is acting by itself, that we call is an automated system. So, when we do the manufacturing operations by itself, when the machines are carrying out the manufacturing operations by itself, that we call the automated manufacturing systems. And that is the objective of this course, is to learn the fundamentals and the principles of automation and to develop the automated equipments which are useful in the manufacturing domain. Production system is the first thing that we will be considering here. If you take example of any enterprise, any factory or a plant layout, every organization or enterprise has an objective, and that objective is to produce something, to sell that product in the market and to earn the profit and survive. Then you excel in the market, become the leader in the market. But what are the various elements of a production system that we need to first see? So, on the slides, as you can see, the production system is nothing but a collection of first the people, which is the most critical element, equipment and the procedures which are required to perform the manufacturing operations. So, if we try to draw a simple diagram of a production system, so we can consider the production system is a block which has the input, that is the demand from the market, demand from the customer. This production system is taking in the raw material, the production system is processing the raw material, and that raw material is processed by using the equipment or the facilities. Needless to say, we required the people to control the operations of a production system, and ultimately we will be getting the product. The product will go into the market, the customer will use this product and they will give feedback to the enterprise or the company, and based on that feedback again we can change the input to the production system, that is a demand. So, demand may be in terms of the number of quantities that to be produced, or the demand may be the quality of the product, or the demand may be in the various features which are required in the product. Well, if you look at the production system, we can see that there are basically two elements which are constituting in the production system. The first element is facilities and the second element is manufacturing support system. So, we will see what is the meaning of facilities and what are the various elements of the facilities, and we will also see what is the meaning of manufacturing support system and what are the various blocks of manufacturing support system. The facilities primarily comprises of the factory itself. Second is production facilities. So, the production facilities, the machineries or the equipment which are converting the raw material or which are converting the semi finished products or goods into the finished products or goods. So, for that purpose we are using machineries. A simple example of a production facility is a lathe machine, a central lathe, or a milling machine, or we can have a drilling machine, or we can have a welding machine for fabrication of furniture. We can have a molding machine to manufacture the plastic components. So, production facilities, the equipment related to the production facilities. Then when the products are being manufactured in the house or in the on the shop floor, we need to move the raw material from one shop to another shop, from one place to another place. We need to move or convey the semi-finished products. We need to convey the finished products for inspection, for dispatch. So, even we need to convey the tools required to manufacture the components. So, there are various materials which are to be conveyed on the shop floor. So, to handle them, we need equipment, we need machinery. So, that is the third element in the facilities. The next element in the facility is inspection. So, once the raw material comes inside the shop floor, or once the raw material comes into the factory, we must first ensure the quality of the raw material, because the final product quality is dependent upon the quality of the raw material. So, inspection of the raw material, inspection of the cutting tools, whether they are intact, inspection of variety of other maintenance or auxiliary equipment. So, for that purpose we need the equipments, and most importantly we need to also inspect the products which are in process. So, that we call the quality assurance. So, during the process of development itself, we are inspecting whether the product are as per the designer's specification, and at the end we are checking the quality of the product in terms of its specified size, shape, color, surface quality. So, for that purpose various equipments are needed, like coordinate measuring machine, we need a surface quality like perthometer, that is for the surface roughness measurement, so on and so forth. There are many non-contact equipment also are being used, camera based or image based process equipment in the industry nowadays. So, all these are coming into the inspection equipment element of the facility. The next is very common and very important nowadays is the computer systems. Nowadays computers are the integral part of our day to day life, and that is the same case in the industry as well. It is now by default that we are using the computer technology or the electronics or mechatronics based technology to carry out the activities at the shop floor in a manufacturing operation. So, computer systems are the most critical part nowadays in the facilities. So, computer systems are used to program the equipment or machineries. Computer systems are used to monitor the performance of the equipment and machineries, and computer systems are further used to collect the data, analyze the data and produce the reports as well. The next point of the facility is the layout. So, layout is not a physical term, it is the general term, but the way equipment are laid out on the shop floor, that we call the layout, the plant layout. So, how these layouts are developed? The layouts are developed by applying certain logic. So, we cannot randomly prepare the layout on the shop floor. So, we have to have a certain logical grouping, say all the similar kind of machines are grouped together, or we can group the different types of machine tools based upon their utilization, that we call the cells. So, all these things are coming inside the facilities. Now, facilities, as I mentioned, the basic element of the facility as far as manufacturing unit or a production system is concerned is the production machinery. So, we can say a facility may have a single production machine. The simple example of single production machines are manufacturing of paper cups. So, single machine is there with a small scale industry or a small enterprise, and the task would be to just manufacture the paper cups, or a medium scale industry is having few molding machines which are just manufacturing the plastic chair. So, a single unit will take the raw material inside, will produce the product, and that product can directly be inspected and given for the dispatch. So, that we call the single production machine. So, the third example as far as the single production machine is the screw manufacturing. The next part, when we say that when we are having multiple production machines which are grouped together and they are carrying out the production operation, that is called as the production line. So, it is the simple example of production line is assembly of automotive, assembly of a two-wheeler or assembly of a four-wheeler automotive. You might have seen such videos on YouTube as well. So, there is a long conveyor over which the chassis of a four-wheeler is there, and the robots or the human beings are assembling various parts, various sub-assemblies on the chassis, and a car will be produced at the end of the conveyor. So, chassis is starting at the start of the assembly line, and then at the various levels of, or at the various stages of the conveying of the chassis, we are adding the part to that the chassis. So, that we call a production line. So, the production line is having a collection of machine. So, what are the various examples? Automotive, and this is now a very common example, mobile phones. So, as we can see nowadays, a variety of mobile phones are coming into the market. So, the mobile phones are also very good example of manufacturing as the production line. Well, assignment to you at the initial class itself, I would like to just give an assignment. No need to submit it to me back, or even this is for your own help itself. You just look at around and try to find out what are the various single production machines are available. So, you may search through the Google or the search engines, and you try to find out what are the single production machines which are available, which are producing a product with only one machine tool, and what are the various examples of a production line. So, you find out various single production machine, and the second one is the examples of products for development of a production line. Well, this assignment is for you, and you find out the answers to this question and you note down in your diary. So, what I am suggesting for this course, that is automation in manufacturing, you take a diary or you take a notebook and you try to note down these answers to such kind of questions which I may be asking during the lectures. So, this course is not that theoretical, it has many the practical aspects as well. So, whenever I am talking to you about the development of a automated manufacturing system, simultaneously you can start developing, or you can start looking around and see can I develop a equipment which can help in the manufacturing automation. So, for that purpose you may start even thinking at the start of this course itself that what would be my final product. So, that would be very encouraging and interesting to you, because that will serve the purpose of this course. So, mere just attending the concepts, or mere just listening to the concepts and giving the examination, that should not be the purpose of the students. So, what I am suggesting, you try to apply these concepts, you try to learn from the things which are around you. If it is possible for you to visit some of the automation companies nearby, that is also an encouraging thing. Now, next point of discussion is manufacturing systems. Now, as we have seen the definition of a production system, there is a set of equipment, raw material, and we are processing that raw material by using the set of equipment. So, who is doing all the things? Needless to say, the human beings, operators, are carrying out these production operations. So, of course, there is a human participation in the entire operation. So, the extent of human participation will decide the type of production system. So, there are basically three categories of manufacturing systems. So, first category is the manual work system. The second category is worker machine system, and the third one, that is the automated system. Now, let us see what is the meaning, or what is the meaning of manual work system. Manual work system has one or more workers, and these one or more workers are carrying out the manufacturing operation with the tools, but the tools are not powered. The simple example is a carpenter. The carpenter is using a jack plane, chisels and hammers. He is not using any powered tools, say not any the drilling machine, and by using this jack planes, chisels and hammers, the carpenter is manufacturing a stool or a furniture, then that is called as the manual work system. So, you may have one or more workers inside that. So, theoretically, if we will try to draw a block diagram for that. So, there is a process, there is a human being, that is a worker, and a set of hand tools. So, major contribution to carry out the process, that is conversion of raw material into the finished product. So, the entire operation is dependent upon the skill power of the worker. So, hand tools are assisting to convert the raw material into the finished product, but the entire operation or the power is applied by the worker. So, in this way the process of manufacturing will be carried out in the manual work system, which is a very basic the work system which still we are using in our day to day life. These are some of the examples, like a machinist is using a file, and that the file is used to round up the edges to make the edges blunt. A quality control inspector is using micrometer gauge to measure the dimensions of products. So, this is also a manual work system. Third one, as far as the material handling is concerned, there is a dolly, and a person is carrying out or conveying material stuff or things on a dolly. That is also you can consider as a example of manual work system. The next type of or category of the manufacturing system is worker machine system. In worker machine system, a human worker or operator is using powered equipment such as machine tool or other production machine to carry out the conversion operation. So, if we will try to find out a block diagram, so we can say that there is a process of conversion of raw material into the finished product. We need the worker and we need the machine as well. So, if you see the contribution of conversion process, in the conversion process, the worker and the machine, both of them do have the significant contribution. The worker is controlling the operation of the machine tool, he is giving feed to the workpiece against the tool, and the machine is the powered machine tool, is applying the mechanical energy which is converted from the electrical energy as far as the typical material removal process is concerned, and that mechanical energy will be utilized for the conversion operation, say the material removal during a material removal process. So, worker and the machine both do have the equal or the significant contribution in the conversion process. So, that we call the worker machine system. So, naturally we need this such kind of system to produce at a higher level, to produce larger quantity and to handle the larger size products or the bigger size products or the raw material. So, this system is very widely used in the industry. So, we are using the powered machine tools. Some of the examples are there on the screen: engine lathe or a lathe machine, arc welding machine as well can be considered as a worker machine system. So, the welding, as you know, is a fusion process or a joining process. A rolling mill, so rolling mill is used to reduce the thickness of the metal sheets. Mechanized conveyor, so mechanized conveyor, the powered conveyor in which we are using electrical motors to drive the conveyors, and these conveyors are taking the part from one location to the other location inside the factory. The third manufacturing system is the automated system. In automated system, a process is performed by a machine and there is no direct participation of the human being. So, at advanced automated system level, we can say that there is no human attention even required to carry out the manufacturing operation. Now, how it is possible to carry out such an automatic control? So, for that purpose we need a control system. The control system has a hardware as well as a software. That software is nothing but a set of instructions that we call the program. So, this set of instructions are controlling the operations of a process. Of course, to carry out the operations we need the power. The power is required to drive the variety of actuators of that equipment. A simple example of an automated system is the molding machine, which are running on automatic mode, and they are used in manufacturing of variety of products which are seen on the screen at the mass scale. So, you imagine the manufacturing of a plastic chair or a stool or a bucket or the baskets at a mass scale. We are taking the automated machine, molding machine. We are putting the raw material, setting the program, and we will be getting the required product, say the plastic chair at a mass scale. So, for that purpose many a times it is required to have the periodic attention of the worker to know whether the operations are as per the required specifications or the operations are working smoothly or not. So, in block diagram we can draw the automated system as a process, and this process is having an automated machine. I will write equipment, it is more appropriate word. So, an automated equipment may be a processing equipment or assembly equipment, or it may be a inspection equipment. So, an automated equipment, and we need to have periodic worker attention. So, the word periodic is very important here. Periodic means there is no continuous human attention is required. We can have the intermittent attention of the worker to just know whether the automated equipment is working as per our desire, as per our requirements. Well, till now we have seen the facilities, that is the meaning facilities. The meaning of facility is the various equipments which are needed to carry out the manufacturing operation. Now, in addition to the facilities, we also need manufacturing support systems to carry out the desired manufacturing operations in the factory or in the enterprise. So, to utilize the production facilities effectively, the enterprise should design the process and the equipment. When the product design is finalized, based upon the product design, the enterprise will design the processes and the equipment if required. The special equipment are required to carry out the manufacturing of the product. It will be designed, or the equipment can be procured from the market. So, ready-made equipment may be available, say a lathe machine or a drilling machine, that can be procured from the market. Next, planning and controlling of the production orders. So, to plan means we have to decide the sequence of operations that to be carried out in a logical way, and we have to ensure whether that operations are being carried out as per the decision, as per the plan. So, that is called as the control of the operation. So, we have to decide the plan, and we have to even decide the strategy to control that production plan. Third, we need to satisfy the product quality requirements. So, we are designing the equipment, we are designing the process, then we are setting up the plan, we are setting up the strategy to control the plan, and this together should ensure that whatever we are deciding, whatever the customers are giving us to manufacture, whether that standards are achieved or not, whether that standards are obtained during the process or not. So, that we need to see. So, to carry out all the things, we need people. People, or we can say the human resource or human power. It is not only human resource or human power is essential, we need a set of procedures. So, the collective term of people and procedure is nothing but the manufacturing support system, but these people and procedures are carrying out the operations of designing the process and equipment, planning and control, and they are ensuring whether the facility which is created is capable of satisfying the product quality requirements or not. So, these people and procedures may not directly affecting, or they are not directly coming in contact with the product, but they are controlling the entire operations through the factory, through the equipment. So, what are the various elements of this manufacturing support system? The manufacturing support system has work related to the business functions, work related to product design, work related to manufacturing planning and manufacturing control. Now, we will see an important concept in automation, and that important concept is product life cycle. The meaning of product life cycle: on your screen you can see a graph. The graph is having the x axis as the time and the y axis is the sales of a typical product. When we plot the sales against time, the start of the sales of a product to its decline or stop of the sale of that product, it is called as the product life cycle. If you look at the various stages in the product life, you can see there are various stages: development, introduction, growth, maturity and decline. The first stage of the product life cycle is the development. In this stage, the product is being developed in an enterprise. A designated team will carry out a detailed analysis of the customer requirement, feedback from the customer or the requirements of the customer. Based on that, they carry out detailed design methodology and they come up with the product design. So, naturally there is very less sale or there is zero sale of the product at the start. After the development, the product will be launched into the market, it will be introduced, lot of promotion offers will be given to the customers, advertisement will be done in the market, and slowly the sale of the product will start. So, in the introduction phase, as you can see, there is less sale at the start and slowly the sales is growing up. After some time, when the product is getting popularized in the market, the growth of the sale is increasing. So, the sale is increasing, then it will get mature. Mature means it will achieve the peak of its sale. So, the product will be popularized, people will know, the customers will know its usefulness, its features, lot of people will purchase, lot of offers may also be given by the enterprise and the sales activity is at its peak. So, during this period the newer product may come into market and that may be better than the developed product of the enterprise. Moreover, the customers may have change in their taste. They may be interested to have more features. They may be demanding more features because the other the products which are available in the market may be providing the same. So, in this case there is decline in the product. So, the declining will start after achieving the peak of the product, and after some time the product will be will not have any customers in the market. At that particular moment the enterprise has to look at the feedback given by the customer and they have to come up with a newer product, they have to come up with the improved version of the product to survive in the market. So, this total duration from the development of a product to its decline in the market, it is the product life. So, in earlier days this duration used to be in decades. If you take example of Maruti 800 car, it was started selling in the market, it was launched in the year of 1983, it was in the market up to 2014. So, you just look at for 4 decades the Maruti 800 was in the market. So, the total product life cycle if you say it is 40 years approximately 4 decades. Another example is the HM, that is Hindustan Motors Ambassador car. So, you can see the car was launched in 1958 and it was in the market up to 2014. The product life it is again in number of decades. But nowadays we are getting advanced automobiles, very fine luxury automobiles, and nowadays if you just look at these automobiles, we are getting the variants or the improved versions of these automobiles every after 6 months. So, the product life cycle has been reduced from the decades to years or months as far as automobile is concerned. If we take example of the mobile phone, which is nowadays an integral part of your day to day life, let us take example of Nokia 3310. So, Nokia 3310 was launched in 2002 and still you may get it. So, still the product is alive. But in comparison with that, many smartphones have come up in the market. So, you may have the enormous variety of the smartphones, but interestingly you will find that the smartphones variety is keep on changing. We are getting newer and newer versions of the smartphones every after 6 months. So, this is because the customer demands, customer wants a variety new feature product. So, the product life cycle as it is getting reduced, so there is enormous pressure on the manufacturing plant to respond to the market. So, thus there are various challenges in front of the manufacturing industry or manufacturing enterprise. Customers demand of the products with variety, multiple functions and ease in operations. So, they are demanding newer products which are having a wide variety, many functions, multiple functions, advanced functions, and they should have easy in the operation. Again, why we need to come up with a new product? Of course, we have to survive in the market. So, as I mentioned, if you do not come up with a new product in the market, probably we will lose the sale of the product and we may not able to compete in the market, and naturally the enterprise or the factory may die. So, to survive in the market, it is one option. It is not only survival, the next challenge may be we have to export it to earn more profit. Export and become the leader in the manufacturing sector, become leader in your own domain. So, that should be the objective of an entrepreneur, that should be the objective of an enterprise, to export and to become the leader in the manufacturing. So, how it is possible? So, it is possible by reducing the lead time in the manufacturing. So, you respond to the market, you come up with the newer products in a rapid way, and to come up with a newer product in the rapid way, we have to reduce the lead time, we have to reduce the product design and manufacturing time at the factory level. So, to achieve this, we have to go for automation in manufacturing and assembly. In addition to have the automation in manufacturing and assembly, we should have effective and quick communication. So, the automation in manufacturing and efficient and quick communication, it is the industry 4.0, or it is the part of this manufacturing concept which is now prevailing in the industry. Now, let us see how to reduce the lead time in the manufacturing. So, to reduce the lead time in the manufacturing, we must first understand what is the design and manufacturing process. Now, the design process is concerned, you can see there are various design activities, or there are various elements of design activities that to be carried out. All these activities are shown on your screen. In addition to these design activities, there is a set of production activities we need to carry out. So, these are also shown on the screen. So, before to start with the technological the development of automation equipment, first of all we must know how exactly the process of product design is getting carried out. The product design is starting with inputs from the market. So, marketing is the main thing here. So, there is a sales and marketing team. They are in contact with the customers, they are getting feedback from the customers, and they are sorting the data, they are classifying the information, and that classified information will be given to the design team. So, design team has experienced and knowledgeable persons. Design team will first convert the classified information coming from the market into design specifications. Afterwards, these specifications will be studied in terms of its feasibility. So, for example, if the customer is asking to reduce the size of the component or the product, they want lighter product. If you take the example of a smartphone, so the customers want a lighter smartphone from that enterprise. So, the designer will see whether it is possible to reduce the size of the smartphone, or can we reduce the weight of the product. Based on that, the design conceptualization will be carried out. So, design conceptualization means if the weight has to be reduced, or if the size of the product is to be reduced, in what way it can be possible. So, the concept will be thought of, and the concept will be analyzed thoroughly. So, the analysis of the concept will be carried out. Based on the analysis, the final design will come up. So, a thorough mechanical analysis will be carried out, and the final design will be come up. So, this design will be the shape, size of the components. That design will further analyzed and it will be optimized. So, the analysis is giving the range of the design parameters. The size can be between a certain range, or the thickness or even length and width can be within certain range. So, further the design team will carry out the optimization. So, for the optimization they will be using various mechanical tools, mechanical methods. Afterwards the design will be evaluated. The performance, the evaluation may done either the virtual by using the softwares, analysis softwares or the simulation softwares, or we can develop a prototype of the proposed design, and that proposed design prototype will be analyzed thoroughly. So, its performance will be evaluated, and once the design is finalized it will be documented. So, for documentation we are using the CAD softwares. Once the design is ready, it will be sent to the process planning group. So, process planning is the start of the manufacturing processes. So, the process planning is another team of the experienced engineers in the company. The process planners will make a plan and then they will send that to the production department. So, the production department has various activities like planning of the actual production, design and procurement of new tools if needed, otherwise we have to plan the production with the existing equipment. If it is not possible to manufacture the modified design with existing equipment, naturally we have to go for newer tools. Order materials, then developed numerical control or CNC, that CNC computer numerical control programs, and then send them to the actual production. After the production it will go for quality control, packaging, and the product will be shipped into the market. As the product has come up, as the product has been launched in the market, the marketing team again will take the feedback from the customer, and that feedback will be shared with the design team. So, the cycle is keep on going, the cycle is keep on working out in the company. Now, as far as the variety of the functions or elements of this design and manufacturing processes are concerned, we will be looking at the technical aspects of the production equipment, quality control equipment, packaging equipment, and variety of tools like numerical control, computer numerical control, machine tools. So, how can we have technology to improve the performance in production, in quality control, in packaging by using the advanced technologies. So, the technological aspects we will be studying in this course. So, a lot of managerial or management related information or concepts are there, lot of industrial engineering related concepts are there which are out of scope of this course. Even the design related activities or the concepts related to the design activities are out of scope of this course. So, with this we conclude the first lecture of module 1. In summary, I would like to say we have studied the definition of automation in manufacturing. We have seen various facilities which are used in a typical production system, and we have also seen the meaning of manufacturing support system and its functions. Then we have comprehensively studied various manufacturing systems which are used in the present manufacturing industry. These are manual work system, worker machine system, and an automated system. At the last, we had a comprehensive discussion on the product life cycle and the importance of automation in the product life cycle. Well, what we will be studying in the next lecture, that is lecture 2 of module 1. In the next lecture, we will be studying the meaning of mechatronics, the definition of mechatronics, the various disciplines associated with the mechatronics. These disciplines are mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics engineering, and computer science engineering. Then we will be having the meaning of mechatronics in the perspective of replacement of mechanics. So, for that purpose we will be having a very simple example of a wristwatch. After that, various mechatronics based systems will be introduced to you. Thank you.